morning and welcome to BDTV News. I'm your host Nick, and on today's broadcast I'll be covering a story about a District 228 campaign to keep our cameras on. Krish will be covering a story about a dog being saved from icy mountains, Ashley with a story about Bernie raising money for charity, and Andy with information about a new wooden satellite. So to start our stories off for today, a group of Bremen students have started a campaign to keep our cameras on. Over remote learning, students and teachers have felt disconnected due to the lack of students with their cameras on at the daily meetings. The Connected Together Learn Together committee are trying to change that by offering daily rewards to students who keep their cameras on, including Bremen gear and gift cards. The winners were announced on February 22nd, but hopefully its legacy will last on past then. On to you, Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley. After the presidential inauguration, a picture of Bernie Sanders crossing his legs casually went viral. To take advantage of the situation, Bernie decided to sell a sweater with a picture on it. He donated the earnings to a charity in Vermont, Meals on Wheels.
Hello, my name is Krish, and I'm bringing you a story about an 8-year-old dog that was lost in the icy mountains in Ireland. While doing some outdoor activities with her owner, the dog was startled by some deer and ran off. She couldn't find her way back to her owner, and her owner couldn't find the dog as she tried searching for her. Luckily for the dog, a couple that were on a hike found the dog curled up by some rocks, unable to move. The couple took the dog back to safety and were able to reunite her with her family. And we're happy to see that Nisha is finally doing okay now.
Speaking of life-saving stories, Mark Cuban, an American entrepreneur, is creating a new company designed to offer low-cost medicine. Based on the idea of, quote, capitalists acting like human beings first, Cuban went out to create low-cost versions to overpriced, life-saving medicine. The company plans to start with a medicine to treat hookworm, dropping the price from over $255 down to only $15. The company is just starting out, but with plans to create over 100 different pharmaceutical alternatives throughout 2021. The good news for the start of the year doesn't end there, so go ahead, Andy.
Good evening, I'm Andy. Starting off 2021, IKEA purchases another 11,000 acres of a forest in Georgia. If the forest was not purchased by IKEA, it would have been turned into a working forest and would have created an unsuitable environment and ruined the home of the very valuable gopher tortoise. IKEA also ensures that every acre they own has good forest management, so the forest is able to support wildlife, provide clean water, and to decrease carbon emissions using the trees.
There's so many great things happening all around the world this year, including our very own Bremen High School. Bremen High School ran their yearly food drive in which students from Student Council and the National Honor Society helped in. From what I'm hearing, it went quite successful. Let's have a talk with one of the students from the National Honor Society on how it went.
Hello, we got Jakari with us today. He's part of the National Honor Society. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So how was the food drive this year?
The food drive was pretty good. We had a pretty good turnabout. There was it was very active, very fun. It's always nice to contribute to the community, so it was a pretty nice event.
Japan is planning to launch a wooden satellite into space in 2023. Why, you may ask? It's because of space junk, which is slowly becoming a huge problem when metal satellites finish their operation and re-enter Earth's atmosphere. They leave behind harmful aluminum particles that stay in the upper atmosphere. So Japan came out with a solution: wooden satellites. These will combust into harmful aluminum particles, and in a few years, with these wooden satellites that are still currently in development, we're going to be able to clean space and make sure the atmosphere stays healthy.
In New York City, residents of a building decided to give a large penthouse to a former cleaning woman. After her dedication for 20 years, she lost her job due to COVID-19. The residents came together to pitch in money to show their appreciation for her hard work for so many years.
After Hurricane Loda hit, Colombia suffered from a major housing shortage. However, they are also one of the world's leading coffee bean producers. They were able to recycle their leftover material from production to make boards. These boards have a variety of benefits, one being fireproof. Making these boards are also very cheap, which makes it possible for low-income families to have a home.
With the Super Bowl occurring on February 7th, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell wanted to give thanks to those who are working hard during this pandemic. He gave free tickets to vaccinated healthcare workers in the Tampa Bay area. The rest of the 32 NFL teams were also able to give some tickets to their healthcare workers in their area.
Well, that is all the time we have for this broadcast. Please be sure to check out more of our content on YouTube at bdtv228.net. Or, if you want to stay up to date on what we are creating, check out our Twitter and Instagram handles at bdtv228. Or not. The choice is yours. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay safe and have an amazing day.